to the sochoicepodcast. Greg, John, how we doing?
Hi, I'm John.
Oh, no!
What? You said we had to do that.
Correctly.
How would it not be correct? You already fucking
John,
started
think
us
about
going.
this. Think about this. What if we can get new listeners every single episode?
You're right.
Yeah.
You
So I
are
have to
starting
say
a precedent that you are Greg.
He said, I'm John.
He said he's Greg.
What are you talking about?
He said, I'm John.
Did he?
Yes.
I warned you that I was podcasting angry.
Are
Alright?
you high?
No, but I'm not in the right headspace. I'm a bit tilted.
But all right, welcome back to the So Choice Podcast. I'm John.
I'm Greg. That's Colin over there, and he's angry.
Colin, Hot 93 or Hot 937. Tell him why you're mad.
No respect, John. I get no respect. And that's really
Yeah?
the crux of it all.
Preach.
The man got me down.
I feel like he's doing something on his desk right now, and he's trying not to let us see it.
No, I'm moving the
What are you
mic
doing?
closer to me.
Show your hands.
Oh, okay. He only showed one.
Yeah, that was alarming that he couldn't.
He only pulled up one.
Why are you
hand.
guys so quiet to me? One sec.
Now he's looking for an excuse.
Yeah, he's got to
See,
put it
he's-
back in his pants.
He's finagling more down there.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry.
We're going to hear the zipper at some point.
I'm wearing sweatpants, you fucking freaks.
Yeah, so you gotta listen for like a little sliding up
Mhm.
action.
A waistband snapping back into place. That's what I'm listening for.
Mm.
See, now he's really making a show of that hand being not in his lap.
I mean, the other one is
Yeah.
actively moving down there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
This is gonna.
Is it weird that he's jerking off to us?
Hey, for all you audio listeners, maybe watch the YouTube for some context on this one. Colin's jerking off to me and Greg.
Oh my god, it's almost done.
Which one of us are you looking at?
I don't know. That was so breathy, though. I didn't like it.
Looking at Rafiki.
So, John.
Let me get out of the way.
No, I'm looking at
I mean,
Rafiki.
crazy when you got like.
Yeah.
The
Young me and
Charlie
John
Hunnam.
up there to jerk
Oh,
to.
First of all, that's the crazy part. Greg, what are you talking
Damn,
about,
dude.
man?
Yeah. Right here.
No, we're not gonna let whatever Greg said slide.
Oh, what? No,
Greg
I'm
said-
talking about Charlie.
Now
Not,
you're
not
jerking
us.
off to young us.
Yeah,
That's on you, man. You're the one doing it.
I'm not doing that. In fact, I actually had the hand up. I was gonna say Charlie Hunnam. I forgot his name.
You could have just said Sons of Anarchy, boy.
That's not as funny as Rafiki.
I guess. I don't know.
Because I'm
Have you
jerking off the
ever-
monkey. Now I'm just jerking my shit to
I
monkey.
don't want to think about why are you jerking your shit to monkeys, man? Are you thinking about what you would do
Greg-
to that one ape versus the 100
Greg,
guys?
you're all over the
Yeah,
map.
let's talk about that some more. I don't think we got enough mileage out of the
Greg,
100
Greg, I'm
against
sorry.
gorilla.
You can't have a steak right now when you can't flip flop from why aren't you jerking off to a child version of yourself and John to being it's weird you're jerking off to a monkey, man. You're on a weird spectrum right now.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Welcome back to
welcome
the
back.
podcast.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back.
I'm so happy to be here, guys. I always miss when we're not together.
Is that a segue? What do you want to talk about? What is this?
John said he misses us when we're not together.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
And I
weird.
said really.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think it's like a segue.
Why? You don't think I like hanging with my boys?
Does anybody have anything to actually talk about tonight?
Dude, I got nothing. I mean, I had a pretty fun weekend.
I don't really want to hear about your fun weekend.
Yes,
Yeah, I
and.
got
Yes,
draft topics.
and.
I got blind rankings and such.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Welcome back to the So Choice Podcast. I'm Greg. That's John to my right.
Hey,
Maybe
that's
to the
me.
left. I don't know.
Isn't
I
the,
guess
of
me,
course
I'm
it's
John.
Greg, we spent 15 minutes before recording talking about how it's going to be flipped. Use your fucking head. Of course it's left.
And that's Colin being really angry.
You know I was going to pot angry. You wanted to rush it.
Hey, Colin, did you have a fun weekend this weekend?
You don't
Yeah,
fucking
Colin,
care.
what were you up to?
You guys don't give a shit. Hey, anyone have anything to talk about? I mean, I had a pretty eventful weekend. Nah, we're good. What are you talking
Pass.
about?
Colin, did you have a basketball game this week?
I did actually.
Did you record your stats?
Yeah. It was last one for the season. It was winning we're in.
Like 4 games.
Well, I missed 2 games, so it's 7 games, and I missed.
Do you have playoffs?
Well, we only
didn't make the playoffs.
If you only fucking speak, Jesus Christ! It was winning we're in. Heads up, we didn't make it. We thought we were really good. We were playing the one other one or below because we actually ended the season winless. Team in the league, and they looked on paper. By on paper, I mean in person, terrible. Like we thought we were in a cakewalk, even without 2 of our 3 best players. We had a really tough first half. We just couldn't make a shot in the slightest. I walked into halftime with complete goose eggs, except for 2 turnovers and a travel. I was too in my head. That was my thing. I was like, I don't want to stop us from getting into the playoffs. It's last game. That was kind of it. And then I was like, the fuck am I worried about? It's a rec basketball. And then I put on a show in the second half, boys.
Did you have to stay coming off the bench, though, even though 2 of your 3 best guys were gone?
Sorry, Greg. We can't ask questions at this portion.
No, I finished talking, John.
Time.
This is how conversations work. Greg, great question. I did come off the bench, but I started the second half.
Still? You still came off the bench?
Yeah, I started the second half, though.
Wow.
Dude, of course he came off the bench. He had a goose egg and 2 turnovers and a travel.
Look, that's just real 6-man material, okay? Like, the 2 starters go down, and you still come off the bench?
I missed 2 games, dude. And also, we had some really tall guys show up. It was a 10 p.m. game for our last game of the season. We had 16 people.
Wow.
Everybody
was like, this is my last shot.
Yeah, I guess so. And like we haven't had more than like 8 the whole damn year. Second half though, boys. End of the game, 4 points, 2 of 2, 2 of 2. That's really gonna help those numbers. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers.
Well, you know what?
So,
you cleaned up a lot better in the second
4
half.
points, 4 turnovers, 3 rebounds, a travel. What am I missing?
Wait, no, it wasn't 4 turnovers. You had 2 more turnovers in the second half?
No, 0 turnovers.
No, it was just 2 total.
Well, he said 2 turnovers.
I think he said he ended the game.
Yeah, ended the game.
That's what he had in the second half.
Yes.
He ended the game 2, 4, 3, 2, 1 turnover.
2 turnovers.
Or 1 travel.
Yeah.
2 turnovers, 1 travel.
Jokic numbers.
Real. Including 1 pass, dare I say, oohs and ahs. Oohs and ahs.
Dare you say?
I don't think anyone oohed or ahhed.
They did. I swear to God. I guess I don't just say this. I'm very blunt about what happened. All right.
I don't believe they oohed and ahhed.
Who saw your pass and goes, ah?
See, that's the thing. No one on the enemy team saw this pass. It was a real. So all right, I'll paint the picture. I'm hanging out right corner. The point guard dishes it to me. My defender was sagging a little bit. He comes in to get me. I pump fake him, get him in the air. Already everyone's like, oh shit. Quick, 2 dribbles, get to the paint. I see my big man cutting while I'm dribbling baseline. I do a wraparound behind the back pass through traffic to the cutter while I keep running opposite way, easy lay.
Have you ever thought about going into color commentating? That wasn't half bad. Or like radio broadcast?
They do say I have a face for radio.
They do. They do.
What the hell, man?
Which is weird because they don't say that about Tom Holland. So
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I'm trying to think. Who else did they say he's like?
Well, it's
Bradley
he
Cooper.
tells us people say it's like we haven't actually heard it personally.
Bradley Cooper, Tom Holland,
Bradley Cooper's crazy.
Jude Law. I got when I was 18. I really don't know how to take that.
You ever get any Chalamet?
Don't. That doesn't count.
Should I probe?
No, I was just thinking about other twinks. I stumbled upon him in my Rolodex.
Okay,
Yeah.
You haven't seen American Psycho apparently, because Bradley Cooper's a hunk, dude. He's a nice slab of beef.
What about you looks like Bradley Cooper? Like what one feature?
Ask the barista in Nashville, man. That was not up to you. It's not up to
Bradley
me.
Cooper would have had way better numbers if he had played in that basketball game.
You don't know that.
I'm positive.
You're
Does he
positive?
hoop? I don't think he hoops.
Oh, he hoops.
No,
He's
we
a
don't. You
baller.
can just say he hoops, man.
I've seen him with Sandler.
No, you haven't. That would have been news.
No, I saw it. It was in the Daily Mail. You can't fact check me on that.
I can't. That's like
you
all
don't-
my girlfriend. That's how my girlfriend consumes news.
Huh. We have a lot in common.
I know. I told her about that, Greg. She's a huge fan.
Nice.
So funny.
So, but
How else am I going to know my celebrity gossip?
How else is he gonna know that Bradley Cooper hoops with Adam Sandler?
he doesn't.
I was making that up.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
know. It's very obvious.
Greg's like, no, John, don't worry. I was making that up.
Don't worry. I'm lying.
You'll never guess.
Yeah.
I was lying.
Yeah. Greg, she was telling me that a YouTube channel called The Spill Sesh is becoming her new preferred method for celebrity gossip.
Okay.
You're
She's
gonna have to
like-
look into that.
She's like, I'm watching videos about Jeffrey, about who the fuck is Ray. I almost said Ray Charles. Who the fuck is the makeup guy?
James Charles.
James Charles,
James
not
Charles.
Ray Charles.
Slightly different.
James
she's
Charles.
like, I'm watching videos about James Charles. I don't even know who the hell he is, but I just can't stop.
I mean,
Isn't he problematic? I feel like they
Yeah,
are.
I think he got I think he's back in
thought
the T world.
yeah, I mean, I was about to say something kind of out of pocket, and if it's not
Say
true, I'm
it.
not gonna. No, it's
That
not
has
true.
never stopped you before.
Yeah, go ahead, boss.
Wasn't he grooming children?
How is that problematic?
Allegedly.
Well, that's kind of fucked up if he wasn't.
No, I'm
just
sorry.
like, I'm
How
pretty
is
sure he's grooming.
how is Greg saying that a known child groomer who accusing you of child grooming is problematic?
Okay, I'm glad you explained yourself because Greg just said, wasn't he grooming children? And you said, how is that problematic?
See, this is alarming because this is more of a reaction than when Greg said it's weird that I wasn't jerking off to 2 kids behind you.
Well, they were us as kids, so it's not weird.
That's still that's arguably weirder.
That part is also 90% been cut out, so that's going to be really weird.
No,
for
because
people
now
to
he
hear
has
for
to
the first
do the extended intro.
This podcast is gonna be a bitch.
time. This is going to be an absolute nightmare.
I don't know.
So
I
what did
think
you do this weekend, Colin?
nothing really important.
Nothing fun.
After all that hoopla?
No, actually, the one thing I will say, guys, the movies are so back. We gotta get back to the movies.
What'd you see?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's out.
You
Sinners,
saw it.
Yeah, I heard that was good.
it's dynamite. But it's not just about the movie. Movie theaters are back. I think they went into COVID kind of like resting on their laurels. You know, it was like it was a pre-streaming world for the most part. People were okay just sitting down to watch a Marvel movie in like the stickiest, grossest chair possible. And then during COVID, everyone got real comfy. They're like, hey, it's actually really nice watching new movies on my couch. And they responded. Dude, the seats are nice now. The movie theater going experience is great.
Yeah, I saw Dune 2 in theaters and it was great.
Have you guys
mean-
been to like the Alamo or any of these like boutique or like bougie ass theaters yet?
No.
Not like a bougie theater.
John, I gotta take
I
you.
feel like even regular movie theaters are like we're sitting in a nice recliner.
Yeah. They're all nice. I mean, do we forget about Colin Con, like the movie day? We
Of course
spent
not.
a whole day in the movie theater. We were
course
3
not.
different theaters actually.
Bam, baby, of course I'll never forget.
You only like kind of see it.
Yeah, I mean, it
Okay,
wasn't
well
the
that's
best
it's
thing,
right
it was
here. It's right here.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your heart. It's in your heart.
And as we discussed earlier, that will be reversed so no one can read that.
Yes. There we go. They know this. They know this bad boy. But yeah, like guys, we have an Alamo, which is like a chain of like bougie movie theaters where like you go, they have like a menu and the QR codes at your seat, and you can like order like cocktails or like entrees or like whatever, and they bring it to you. And like they'll like skedaddle. They have like movie food running ninjas who are like all dressed in black, and they come in like squatting and like with your food, drop it on like your seat and your tray, and then like scurry out of there like little gremlins.
I like that.
It's very funny.
I like to think that they're employing Oompa Loompas to do this job.
They're employing people with scoliosis because we're always hunched over.
You should just keep like sending them back for different things. Like, ooh, like, can I have extra salt with this? And then like they have to go and come all the way back, and then just like, ooh, and like what pepper maybe?
It's funny you say that. I ordered a boozy milkshake when we sat down. You guys know me. I house that shit.
So of course,
Dude, that is a tummy ache waiting to happen, man.
So our like waiter comes over when we sit down. We order like our entree. We both get the milkshake each. He comes out with the milkshake like 2 minutes later. I house it. I immediately put in an order for a Diet Coke. I feel no qualms about having this guy run around. I could see him zipping around the theater like a fucking Pac-Man ghost. I'm like, what's one more?
You drank a whole boozy milkshake, and then you had a meal too?
Yeah, that came later.
Okay, but then you also just put a bunch of liquid soda on top of it, and then you sat down and watched how long of a movie?
Well, no, see, I was already sitting down. It was 2.5 hours. I finished the
brewing a
milkshake.
witch's cauldron in there.
When did the milkshake come? Like while you're watching the previews?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when does the food come?
Exactly. So the milkshake came during previews. Finished that before like the preview was over. And then we have like so many more previews. And then the entree came at like 15 minutes into the movie. It's like 2.5 hours, guys. I need a little drink. You know, Papa gets a little thirsty.
A lot thirsty, apparently.
Yeah, but like I did feel bad because like it was unlimited refills. I could have just been like, because they have a little button to like go and like summon a worker, which like
you don't have a little bell to ring for them.
That would distract from the movie.
That would distract from the movie. In fact, the button doesn't even light up when you've hit it, so you have no way, at least for me, to know if it worked. So I was resisting everything in my body to just keep spamming the button, but I was like, I trust that it works, and in case it does, that would be the biggest like bitch move ever. To be like, come on, garçon, where is my Diet Coke?
Hurry!
Yeah, you need to wait like a full scene needs to go by before you can press that thing again. You can't do it again.
No. And so, dude, even the popcorn, it comes in like a bowl, like you have it at home. They get like a big ass bowl for you, out with a little like paper bag. You get it like home style.
I'm not sure that really.
I don't really care about that.
Yeah. Why would I?
Do I have to recycle that? Like,
why would I need to be like a nice
they take
bowl?
it back, or they wash over dishes.
What if I'm looking for the nostalgic of like the bucket?
Then go to your poor ass AMC, Greg. All right, that's not what we do here at Alamo.
God, you're so fucking white collar. It's
dude, that's like going to Nobu and being like, "Hey, can I get my oyster crackers with my soup?" No, man. Like you're gonna get what's on the fucking menu.
Oyster crackers with your soup.
Also, going to Nobu is the white collar part, not the you needing all the other extra shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like if you go to like a nice place, you're probably gonna get different.
So we're
treatment.
calling you white collar because you went to this place.
No, I went because I'm a movie guy and I want that experience. I've been following this franchise for like over a decade. I used to listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast, and the first one was in Austin, Texas. They used to always talk about the Alamo Draft House, and I was like, I want to go.
No. You see what a real true movie watcher would do? Would be watching that in his basement. You know, he'd have like an article pulled up next to it, so he's like reading critic stuff after the first watch. I guess.
What are you talking about? A real moviegoer watches it in theaters. That was such a non-moviegoer take.
Yeah, I can't really back you on that one.
No, that was preposterous.
You want
me to watch it like in my basement with
Colin seemed like not a real moviegoer.
I am. You can't beat me here. This is my realm.
Well, I'd say your ratio of watching movies at home and watching movies in a theater is not great for the theater.
Come out with better movies.
I will only go to a movie theater if it's like a good movie or like big movie. I don't really go for like anything that's not like a big hit like movie.
Mission Impossible is coming out in a couple weeks.
I did see that. I am thinking about it.
John,
you have to watch him run on the big screen, okay? If he's doing like a 7-minute run scene, you have to like watch him like you have to crane your neck to see where he goes.
How about I ship you up to Boston and I take you to this fancy movie theater on my dime? Me, you, and the cruise.
It sounds like you're the other woman.
No, don't worry, you just won't come.
He's bringing up his side piece to go to a nice movie theater and dinner.
Someone he knows is gonna show up and he's gonna like have me duck down, hide behind the seat.
Or I bring both of you guys, and every time I say something, I always say it to the next person also. So I say like I always like say a joke to John. If it's funny, I'm like, okay, it's funny. And then go say it to Jess.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. Or you bring us both, but don't tell us about each other, and then you keep having the like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and then you go and sit next to me for a little bit.
I buy 3 seats. I buy 3 seats and act like I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh my god, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, John. Yeah, John, we're like P13 and 12. I'll meet you in there. I just gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And legit, Jess is already there sitting down at like P14.
Yeah, I like how in all of these, Greg's not coming. Greg's in the basement sitting with his article.
No. Greg reading his fucking New York Times film review section.
I will watch the movie when it's been out for 5 years.
Also, you saying you're watching movies in your basement. Greg, we're in your basement. That TV has like never been hooked up once. Yeah. There's no chair to even watch that TV. You've never once watched a movie down here.
I sit in this chair.
There's no way. This like kitchen dining chair, like wooden.
One of these days, we should show them your basement. We should take photos ahead of time and do a debrief on the plans we had for that room, on how that TV was supposed to be like a second monitor for us to like all refer to while we're recording.
We were gonna have like a table in the.
I still have plans, although that TV does not work. I thought it worked when I got it. It wasn't new to me.
It has been it's been over 2 years. It has been 3 years.
Yeah, well, I don't really need to buy another TV.
They're so cheap.
You're so cheap. Buy me one then.
You calling him so cheap after he just talked about his boutique movie theater experience?
To me, he's not offering me any money. He's bringing you up and flying. He's driving you up. He's gonna wine, dine, and 69.
Don't slap the hand that feeds you. Don't slap the hand that feeds you. Simple as.
I mean, I'm gonna go if he's paying.
Colin, I'll do a lot of new TV. No.
But Greg, saying like I don't need a new TV while the TV you have in that room actively does not work.
I don't sit down here. We just talked about this. There's
Dude,
no
this is like your imagination room, like your fucking SpongeBob in the box, bro. The TV's not going to turn on.
I like it better when we yell at Colin for being white collar.
I mean, he does bring up some valid points here.
Don't you get it on me?
I'm just gonna keep flip flopping to whichever side I feel like.
All right, man.
I really enjoy this.
What would you like to see done in this room, Colin? Then?
Yeah, Colin, give us your perfect plans.
Yeah. Because those original plans, lived in Connecticut.
I'm thinking.
It was for all three of us.
It was for all three of us to be here, and then you moved away.
Now we could probably just have a couch and just sit on it.
And we could just probably exclude Colin.
Well, duh.
From the entire pod? Or?
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh.
Like we jumped to conclusions there.
Can you still do the thumbnails?
That would be so rude of you to ask.
If we cut Colin out of the podcast, I still said, hey, can you still do our
Colin,
SEO?
can you quickly check the SEO on this? What's big in the market right now?
Yeah. What are the kids into?
Yeah, you'd have to really double up your Daily Mail if you want to cut Colin out.
Great. I mean, John, speaking of what the kids are into.
I'm scared of where this is going, but please.
Should we apply for Cenat's Streamer University?
You're going to have to do some explaining to me.
I was kind of hoping...
Streamer University, I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I haven't applied to anything since Survivor.
I really thought you said like a job, but I forgot about Survivor. I believe it's like he's taking applications from current streamers. Streamers of all backgrounds will have the opportunity to showcase their personalities as students alongside both unrealized, upcoming, and well-established creators. I think to hone their skills and kind of put them on to a bigger audience, kind of platform them. So we're trying to find like personalities or content creators who have potential, who maybe just haven't broken through, and then platforming them and honing their skills.
I don't think we're gonna be the demo for what he's looking for.
What? Actually, we are old as fuck now. If you look at like the streaming landscape, it's really gotten younger.
Yeah, and he's gonna be looking for people doing like wacky, crazy things. Like
I hurt my back yesterday.
All I'll do is I'm
Dude, I
not
hurt
good.
I'm too old for
look at
that.
that.
I
Look at
can't
that
even-
sucker.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, we got like speed doing like backflips over cars. Yeah, that looks like a stinger.
That's actually pretty nasty. Did you fall down?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
it was
ice
a-
that
it was a
thing?
Fall. I should get a life alert. What?
Did you ice that thing?
Did I ice it? No.
Oh, John, that's bad for your joints, man. Yeah, so I don't know. I think we're not going to appeal to a younger audience.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, he's gonna be looking for like people who have like an air horn and like have like little meme sounds that go off.
What if I bribe every single person that's watching Cenat who is in college to be a reference on a job application?
That's a lot of people, man. That bribe is gonna be
you're gonna spend
crazy.
so much money, Mr. White Collar. Guess you can afford it.
What are you talking about? How is there anything else cost money? Greg, you're potting bad today. This is a bad showing by Greg.
You're bribing them. What are you gonna bribe them with?
I just said it with a college reference. Or sorry, like a reference for a job or for college.
They're not gonna want that. They're gonna want money.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
A pause.
I mean, they want a lot of things, dude.
it's a lot of references to give out, man.
I don't have no, because John, I can offer anything. It's all about who actually follows up on it.
So it's gonna be a real bait and switch scenario.
It's not a bait and switch. It's like
Give
let's see who
them a
bites.
ChatGPT paragraph that's like to whom it may consider or
Yeah.
whom it may concern. Fill in name here. It's
Dear-
really great.
Dear prospective company, my dear associate blank.
Yeah, it's just like written in pen, like their name.
I don't know. I have a decent resume. Maybe it carries weight.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, man. We're unk status, dude. We're like pre-unk.
We also haven't streamed in a little bit, fellas. We've been kind of lacking on the streams.
Yeah, I've been a little busy.
You want to know how I know we're unk status? It's because I'm pretty sure like the majority of the founding fathers were younger than us when they were like founding the nation.
Yeah, but they had white
Do you know how I know
They're
we're
like, they're
unk
old,
status,
dude.
Greg? You know how I know we're unk status? You just answered that with a history fact.
Yeah, but John was on board with
God,
that. Come on.
I know, because he's unk too, bro.
I've been on, bro.
He's been unk. Dude, the second a white man gets into history, man, it's raps, dude.
World War II is just really interesting.
It's
Yeah,
really cool,
man.
man. Like it's
Dude,
very
it's also
cool.
cool. Cybertrucks, GTA
they're
6.
Yes, that is cool. That part's cool. Cybertruck's not as cool.
Yeah, but it's like the idea of Cybertrucks, you know? It's like the future. That's cool. We're talking about the past, man. Do you know what's cool?
No,
Tell me.
clearly not.
Tell me, because apparently you know.
LeBron James.
Dude, he has been on too, man.
He's been unk, but the kids love him, dude. That's their goat.
Nah, dude, they love Curry more.
No, dude, the amount of glazing LeBron has, I think it's almost become a meme, but it's helped him out for his legacy. Greg, we're done with the 90s, which sucks for me because like a lot of my favorite players from the 90s.
We're done with the 90s? What does that mean?
The 90s were so long ago.
Dude, kids nowadays,
Oh,
man.
we're done with 90s basketball.
Yeah,
I
kids,
know
kids
what you're
nowadays,
talking
dude, they
about.
don't even want to entertain anyone who played in like 1999.
Dude, I saw something recently about Jordan's defensive player of the year stats and how
No, don't fall for
they were
this.
at home.
Don't fall. No, but see, yeah. You saw the fucking Nick Wright thing. Nick Wright is so lucky that he has Gen Zers on his side.
Was it Nick Wright?
Yeah, it was Nick Wright. I saw it today too.
That
Right?
was today? I don't think that was today.
I saw it
That's
today. But regardless, I don't fall for this because this same exact scenario happened with Triple J last year, and he was proven correct.
fine. What do you mean?
There was a scandal came out where some guy in like r/NBA was like, "Why does Triple J have triple the amount of stocks, steals, and blocks during home games than he does in away games? This is clearly fudging numbers by the scorekeepers in Memphis to help up his defensive player of the year race, which he won that year. Turns out he actually he was way better at home.
I've seen the tapes. I've watched all the games. Jordan.
You have never.
film guy.
From
I don't think Greg has watched a full basketball game featuring Michael Jordan in it.
I haven't. I don't watch like old like historical games.
Yeah, no one here.
I
I haven't, and he's the best player for my favorite team. I'm not pulling up the NBA like hardwood classics on NBA TV. We're not doing that.
Here's a question: do you think an average 14-year-old knows who Tim Duncan is?
They do.
God.
They do. They wildly disrespect him, but he's gaining steam because of an old ass man on TikTok who likes to talk about basketball.
He's the greatest power forward of all time. I
He
feel like
is.
people should know him.
He's better.
I feel like he's like so like low key that like the young people don't.
Tim
and they
Duncan.
won't respect his game. He's not flashy.
He's not, and that's and like the flat. People care about flash. Kids nowadays only care about the bag. That's why like Paul George is like every kid's favorite player. Was like every kid's favorite player like growing up, because he was smooth as shit. He's actually, he's a great player, but all time he's like not that great. All time.
No, he's been like on
he
the
had,
like 4 times.
A decent peak, but it wasn't very long.
His
it was
best,
like, very short.
Yeah, the best he's ever gotten was I think second place in MVP voting in like 2019.
Yeah, that OKC year.
Yeah, but like kids love him. He was Carmelo's son's favorite player. Like he's so many kids' favorite player because he's smooth. He's got a bag. Dude, he can do it all.
He was like they were like, who's the GOAT? Is it Jordan or LeBron? And they're like, fucking Paul George.
Paul George, man. Dude, so kids nowadays are highlight merchants. All they care about is a bag. So like Timmy D is like the antithesis of that.
The man's nickname was the Big Fundamental.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan.
He doing well.
That's fine.
Kids nowadays like need the fucking brain rot Subway Surfers version of basketball. They need the bag. They need the flashy. And Tim Duncan is for like people that like sit down and watch 60 minutes. You know? They're there to watch the long game. Accrue stats the dirty way. But I say he's probably the best player from his generation. I think he's better than Kobe.
Yeah, there's a lot of I mean, if you want to talk about people who like people for flash and like Kobe is like the
Kobe's
number one.
Aura
like,
merchant.
People glaze the shit out of Kobe.
Kobe's an aura merchant.
I mean, if he was still alive, I think it'd be way different.
It was different. We're old enough to be able to speak on this. We weren't like we weren't in fucking like middle school or like elementary school when Kobe was playing. His last game, he got 60. It was an awesome moment. But we're not going to come out here and act like he didn't shoot like 50 times.
Yeah, he did that like just because it was his last game. Like he wasn't putting those numbers up.
That man would come out here for a storyline. He knew it. He was going out on his terms for the headline. Granted, awesome player, like all-time great. He's
Mama
so
mentality
lucky.
Is like crazy.
He's an aura merchant, and he's so lucky he played for the Lakers.
You think if you played for like the Thunder, he wouldn't?
Or Charlotte, if he never got traded?
Yeah, didn't he get drafted by Charlotte?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been fire.
No.
Yeah, if he was like a pacer, like what? Like I probably wouldn't even like.
Wouldn't
probably
get shit,
even
dude.
Close. If he never played with like Shaq and like, yeah, I don't know. Never had any media attention.
The NBA hates its small market teams. Hates them.
Yeah, but players just go to big markets. I mean, nothing keeps them in like small markets, so they'll find their way there.
Great. We were just talking about this yesterday with our basketball chat after the draft. Heads up for spoiling the time frame we're recording this. The draft lottery happened yesterday. The draft lottery is I think right now a huge failure. John, you're so right. Small market teams can't attract free agents. Period. Like in Indiana, good luck. You have to hit on the draft.
The Bucks have only been good because of Giannis. Now, like Giannis is like finally done with their shit, and like they're just gonna suck. Like,
same with the Warriors.
Bucks drafted Giannis. They drafted Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson. That's the only reason they have titles.
The only like
because
the only
they
good players.
drafted
Ray Allen,
top 12 guys all time.
Yeah,
it's like Steph Curry single-handedly made the Warriors the most valuable franchise in basketball. And the second he retires, they're going to be poverty. Their value won't change. Like they're still like going to be one of the top valued franchises. But he single-handedly gentrified the Warriors.
And his neighborhood.
He's been so good for so long, dude. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. Also hilarious.
He's got some problems with the local zoning board, I believe.
Okay, that was fucking good.
But your point is well taken. That Steph Curry. One draft pick can change
A
your
franchise.
entire franchise immediately.
He's also
Yeah.
one of the
Overnight.
only one jersey guys that are like left. Like there's like none. Like Giannis, but he's probably gonna leave. But like
He's probably gonna
name some
leave
other like
this
stars
season.
that like never leave.
Who?
Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you
He
can't
might be on the move
really
this
count
year,
him.
so,
Like
yeah.
right now he is, but like it's not gonna finish that way.
Dude, it sucks. There was real steam building up for Giannis maybe landing with the Bulls this offseason. And then the report came out that he wants no income tax. That was a big stinger.
Texas, baby. He's going to Texas.
He's going to the Spurs. He's going to the Spurs. Like,
Him
this
and
is,
Wemby would be crazy.
Yeah,
But,
they're
like,
trading that second round pick unless Houston comes in with a crazy offer because they have a bunch of extra picks from their trades.
they don't want Jalen Green.
Do you think the Mavs would trade the number 1 overall pick for him
Well, hey,
with a bunch of other stuff?
according to Nico, they're about winning right
Dude,
now.
Defense wins championships, and you have AD and Giannis just mucking it up in the paint. Dude,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Hey,
There's no spacing whatsoever, but it's fine.
you know what?
no
Greg?
other team would ever do that, but Nico. I
They're-
mean,
hey, if they're really about winning now and they don't give a shit about the future, like they've clearly been with all their assets and getting rid of Luka, they do this trade, and it's so funny because if you look at it from like a win now perspective, all of a sudden Cooper Flag is like the Family Guy mystery box meme about Giannis. Like Cooper Flag could be anything. He could be so good. He could even be Giannis.
Mhm.
But they could just trade for Giannis.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I think there is a reality where they do that.
Look, Cooper Flag's one of those players that can come in and probably be semi-productive on a team. I don't think she should probably start for any team with real aspirations, but like as a piece coming off the bench for like a contender or something like that, that could be a good team. I just don't think the Mavs could ever really be that with Kyrie coming off an ACL injury. AD's always injured. It's not really going to do anything. I don't know.
It's gonna be. I mean, yeah, but Giannis is kind of used to that, like having no one around him.
Yes. Why would
So
why
then,
would
like, when they
Giannis want
come
to go to
back-
that situation with a bunch of people hurt?
Because when they do come back, Giannis is like, holy shit, this is great.
and there's also no income tax.
That's true. That's true. What other states have no income tax? I know, like Florida, Texas, Arizona. I don't know.
Like
Look
New
it up.
Hampshire, but they're not.
New
no
Hampshire.
basketball.
That'd be pretty sick.
Dude,
I'm gonna play for some new
Dude, the league,
just so he doesn't have to pay taxes.
the league owners are terrified of New Hampshire getting a basketball team.
Hell yeah, dude.
Live free or die.
States without income tax: Alaska, New Hampshire, Texas,
No.
Washington, South Dakota, Florida, Nevada, Tennessee, Wyoming. The Grizzlies.
Also Nevada.
Okay, so like Florida, Texas. I'm trying.
You said Tennessee?
Yeah, Grizzlies.
Okay, wait. In Washington State, Seattle comes back. That's kind of a draw.
Yeah, it's NIF though.
Yeah. So stupid that the Supersonics don't exist anymore. It's dumb.
Whatever, dude. The next team's gonna be Vegas, anyways. Don't get attached.
There's gonna be 2 teams. They'll go both. They
Yeah.
won't do an odd number. I think they'll do both, and they'll both buy in for like $7 billion
It's a lot of money.
because that's what the Celtics just sold for. So it'll be like a $7 billion buy-in. So it'll be $14 billion split up between the 30 owners that are already there.
Speaking of which, Greg, I'm sorry, man. I mean, hey, enjoy the championship.
I know, thank God. That yesterday really was not a good day.
Hey, at least your Thunder future is looking better.
That's true. I could win $190 if the Thunder win the whole thing.
Silver lining.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, it's very depressing, you know? You see it happen to a lot of other, like, I feel like I've already done this, though. Remember Gordon Hayward snapped his fucking
Shut
leg in
up.
half?
That's not that.
It's not the
comparable.
same. It's not the same, but we thought at the time that was going to be like, oh, a really great season for us, and then immediately derailed. And now we're just seeing like, okay, the whole future of the Celtics is very murky. Like the whole transfer of ownership is going to be very weird now.
Your
I feel
payroll's
like
crazy.
our payroll's crazy, so people are going to get get
I
lost pretty
heard
soon.
that like you guys could have $500 million in wages next year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we would
That's
have like
fucked.
I'm pretty sure just our luxury tax would be higher than like 20 teams in the league's just like salary. just because of like the new second apron rules. Like we'd be paying so much fucking money. So I'm pretty sure Drew's gone. Hauser's gonna be gone. KP might go.
So everyone but Tatum and Brown.
Tatum, Brown, and White probably are the only three.
You
that
don't
are really
think
staying? Horford could restructure like his contract, and we could be like,
dude,
yeah, we'll keep you.
When is this motherfucker gonna leave?
He is old as dirt.
I don't know, man. He might retire, but also we might just be like, hey, man, keep staying on. It's just like $5 million, and you're like our backup big.
You say that, but he's gonna start most games.
It depends on if we get another big. Okay, I'm assuming lots of. I'm assuming we're not just letting these guys go. We're not just letting Drew Holiday and Kristaps go. Like we're trading them for other.
Who's
pieces.
gonna take KP?
Well, somebody might. I don't know.
God, pretty poopy contract, bro.
Yeah, he played pretty poopy.
Yeah.
Sucked.
Yeah. You're not really making a case.
Peyton Pritchard, my goat for winning me $600 might be gone.
Hey, you can always chip in your winnings and help fund the contract.
Don't think that'll be enough.
Yeah, put a little tiny dent in there.
Yeah.
My only upside is that we could. Tatum's down. If we trade a bunch of guys, team just kind of sucks. We could tank, see what happens in the lottery next year. You know,
It's kind of a stacked lottery. It's 3 people that are like pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's a pretty AJ, Cam Boozer,
And then the other guy who was like all of a sudden now.
Proven that you can't bank on the lottery though.
No, you can't. You can't. But I'm not saying we need to tank.
You don't
like
need to
that
tank.
bad. We just.
If history proves correct, you seem to be like 11 to 12.
Yeah, and you get
And
up
then
there,
the
man.
14?
You have like a 1% chance of winning.
Honestly,
you're like
the person with the team with the worst record has been like 5th place, has gotten the 5th pick the last like 3 years in a row. And before that, it was like 3, 2, 3, 4. Like they never get the number 1 pick.
The
so
worst, yeah, they made. Well, I mean, what they wanted to do is working, where like they kind of like dissuaded tanking. But I think it's too bad. Like the 3 worst teams in the league are picking 5, 6, and 7 this year.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Utah gonna do?
Dude, no,
I
I
feel teams genuinely that are just.
feel
bad.
worse
They
for the
need players.
Wizards. I feel bad for the Wizards.
I
feel like
don't.
they've gotten shit.
They have talent, man. They have like young guys.
So does Utah.
No, like they have Sar, they have Bub, they have Bilal. They have guys that like at least have promise. Who the
They
fuck?
have Walker, Keontae George, Lowry's still decent. They just got Isaiah Collier. They could get more people. I'm not saying it's like. I'm not saying
It's
they're a good
worse,
team.
man. At least like Alex Sar is like a decent prospect.
Yeah, I didn't really like him that much.
NBA GM, Greg.
I love Bub, or what's his real name? Carlton.
Yeah,
Yeah, Carlton Carrington. Sick name.
great name.
I can't believe he goes by Bub.
I like Bub.
Yeah.
I mean, Bub Carrington's cool too, but like Carlton Carrington.
No, Bub's great.
That's a mouthful.
Bub is like a nickname that we used to have all the time, like back in the day.
I hate Bub.
Yeah. It feels refreshing to see a Bub in like the 2020s.
Honestly, it seems like kind of an insult. I feel like if I was calling somebody Bub, I was not really happy.
No,
with them.
Bub
All
is.
right, Bub.
I feel like a Bub Carrington like slots in nicely in like into like a guy in a lineup whose name is like JP Licks or something like that. Like back in those like old timey ass nicknames.
He does
like-
seem like a basketball GM character.
Like Slick Ricky Davidson or something like that, and Bub Carrington are like with like the dynamic duo of the Washington Bullets. Like that. That sounds right.
Yeah. Ricky the Milkman Campbell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ricky the Milkman Campbell and Bub Carrington went on a run.
Yeah.
And like
Exactly.
Yeah, we're also plumbers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids
They had day
nowadays,
jobs.
man. Kids nowadays. All right, we gotta put more respect on the 90s and the 2000s. We didn't just like revolutionize athletics.
What? Well, I mean, athletes are way different.
Yeah, we kind of did revolutionize
In
athletics.
20 years?
Like a lot of things
I
have
think
changed
so.
in the last 20 years, I feel like the way that people take care of their bodies is so different.
I know,
even in
dude.
just the last 20 years.
Like the trainers, like all the equipment that they use.
That is
like,
true.
Their treatments and stuff.
Yeah, it's not all Moneyball stuff.
I'll never forget there was a whole part of The Last Dance where they made it a point to hammer home that like Michael Jordan was the first person to ever pick up a weight in the NBA. They were like, and then one off season, he decided to get strong and he came back, and everyone was like, "What the hell?" He was bulldozing everybody because he picked up like
new tech, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's because athletes before that were just supposed to be out here just picking up women and
I mean,
being cool.
MJ, when he was on the Wizards, was just like taking shots before the game and smoking cigars like before the game even started.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't see that these days.
Yeah. But like Wizards, Michael Jordan like played like in LeBron's era.
They didn't cross over, did they? No.
No, by 1 year they didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty almost.
Yeah. Like Kobe, all of them were playing. Shaquille O'Neal.
Can you imagine if LeBron this year, because like LeBron's even older than MJ was, so like can you imagine if he was just like smoking cigars and just like drinking before a game?
He does never do that. No, he does that before he podcasts, not before he plays a game.
Well, that's wine.
Yeah. Wine and cigars. Yeah.
How much wine do you think they drink?
The first page of a book. What day is it? Is it Taco Tuesday or is it
How does he not do margaritas on Taco Tuesday?
I don't know, man.
I
just said one thing I know about LeBron James, and it's that he says Taco Tuesday a lot, or at least he did a decade ago.
The wine thing was really funny to me because it was kind of like a joke at first, and then like it became like, oh my god, everyone's drinking wine, and then like the Ringer posted it was a whole like investigation into like the secret wine league of the NBA. And I was always like, why? I don't give a shit about this. Why are you reporting on this?
Like they like drinking wine. Like
yeah,
why is this story?
Newsflash: millionaires like drinking fancy things.
Yeah.
Like who gives a fuck?
Oh, look at that. Rich guys like to drink.
Yeah.
A guy who can afford expensive bottle of wine drinks an expensive bottle of wine.
Yeah, more 11. The fuck? All right, Ringer. All right, Bill Simmons. That being said, I've been watching a lot of old Bill Simmons ESPN draft coverage recently.
That's so niche.
Dude, the algorithm.
What has made you do that?
What is that, like 2012?
Yeah, actually. Dude,
oh my god.
The Bill Simmons, first of all, John, to answer your question, I was chosen. The algorithm chose me, and I'm a welcoming recipient. But Bill Simmons kind of nailed the 2013 NBA draft, which has proven to be a very, in retrospect, a very bad draft, but a one that a lot of teams up front got wrong.
So Bill Simmons knows ball.
He does. Bill Simmons habitually is the guy that gets the question right but answers it wrong. You know, like in math class.
He's not like a show your work guy.
Yeah, he figured it out. He got there somehow. But like how he did it is so wildly off the mark that you almost have to be like, well, there's no way they can do it a second time. And then by God, he does it again.
By God, he had a good take.
But it's always like, you know what? I never trusted Zion. The second he blew out his shoe, I was like, there's no shoes that can contain him, and you can't play basketballs without shoes. And then he got to the NBA, and he played like 40% of his games because of injuries, and he was like, told you. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, no, like, you didn't get it right, but like...
It wasn't the shoes' fault.
But... Like shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yeah, it's like, no, like, you're right. Like, he's not playing games, but it's not because, like, the shoes couldn't contain him.
He's still right, though.
He's still right. Like, I can't say anything about it, but like, it's like, oh, fuck, like Bill got it again.
He's not getting old takes exposed, but
no,
nobody really remembers his takes.
If he just stops explaining why he thinks things, he would be a genius.
Dude, Balstradamus.
Have you read his book?
No, I haven't.
He doesn't read.
I'm not big enough of like a Boston sports guy to read it.
I am. I've read the book. I own it actually. Do you want it?
No. What did I just say, man?
Don't know. Thought maybe you just wouldn't want to have to go to the library and get it or like buy it yourself.
I used to read Grantland.
You got to give it to him as enrichment.
All right, fine, enrichment.
No, okay, like all right. I'll say Bill Simmons, excellent writer. I used to read his column on Grantland and ESPN all the time.
Okay.
Great writer. Shout out to Connecticut, Connecticut's own Bill Simmons.
Well,
Greenwich.
But thought he's from Boston.
No,
he's from outside of Boston.
No, he's from Greenwich.
His parents are divorced, I believe. Maybe somebody lives.
Oh, was that the book?
I'm gonna trust the guy who read his book.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay,
He literally has stories about going to Boston Boston Celtics games when he was like 5 years old, and he was so small that he got to just sit on his dad's lap while they were like winning the championships in '76.
He went to high school at Greenwich County Day School and then did post grad at a school near Boston. or New
Okay,
York.
he might have bounced around. You guys might both be right.
It doesn't really matter.
Seems like I was right.
Because he went to school here, that doesn't mean he's from here. He could have gone to school anywhere.
William John Simmons
He went
III.
to like a day school. Okay, apparently he comes from some money, and they were sending him to like a private nice school that he could have been from anywhere. I'm pretty sure he went to Holy Cross,
What the hell's a day school?
like a private school, like a boarding school type of thing. I don't know.
Well, boarding school would be all
Oh, yeah, it'd be all the
All
time.
right,
all the
all
time
right.
school.
I'm willing to make a concession. I am more right, but I'm willing to concede some. I will elaborate only if you accept it beforehand.
I don't take this deal.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Fine.
As your lawyer,
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
You're not.
Okay.
All right. Bill Simmons, born in Marlborough in Brookline, Mass., but moved to Connecticut to live there permanently when he was 9 years old.
Okay, but so he's from Brookline.
But like, he's from Connecticut.
Okay, how long did he live in Connecticut for? And then when did he move back?
Since when he was 9, and then he moved, and he went to college at Holy Cross.
At Holy Cross. Yeah, and that's in Massachusetts. Okay.
When he was an adult.
So he was in Connecticut for 9 years, and he was in Boston for 9 years, and then he went back to Boston. Okay.
And then he went back to Connecticut.
Right.
And then he went back to Connecticut when he got hired at ESPN.
it's almost like
Okay.
exactly what I said, where he just bounced around between the two.
John, this isn't about you.
All right, I'll sit out.
Yeah, Colin's just wrong. Okay.
No, I'm right.
He spent more time that's where you're from.
Dude,
okay?
his formative years were in Connecticut. Like, we're not doing this. John, back me up.
No, I refuse.
Dude, he lives around the corner from you though, or somewhere near you. When he worked at ESPN, or he was just there a lot.
Yeah, people who work at ESPN don't really live near ESPN.
Yeah, because John lives near ESPN.
Thanks for
Yeah.
doxing me out there for all the people.
There are so many condos and apartments near ESPN. There's literally so many.
Now they can just search them all.
That'd be crazy. Good on you, I guess.
No, not good on you.
If somebody wants to hunt down John and find out where he lives, just because I said he lives somewhere near ESPN,
Brian, this is not a joke.
John is fearing for his life.
I'd say your address right now if you weren't the one doing the edit on this video.
Why? Just say it then. He'll bleep it out. It's on Greg.
That's more work for him though.
Yeah, take it back. Take back the pod, John. We're the con man. He's the bourgeoisie.
Very, very funny that this argument has flipped since the start of this episode.
Yeah, no, I'm the white collar rich guy.
You're the
You
man
edit.
now.
Greg can censor us all he wants.
I can.
Yeah, who knows? Because Lord knows, I don't know. What you
Lord
actually
knows
changed.
John doesn't actually watch the episodes when they come out.
I do. On mute. I lived it, Greg. I don't need to rehash everything.
That was my
Yeah.
excuse for the longest time.
Yeah, I'm well aware, guys. I was the only one re-listening to them.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. Greg, we're not on your side.
They're not
You're the bad guy,
it depends
Greg.
on active listening or passive listening.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Colin, what time are we at? Is this the end of the podcast?
Yeah, we can cut it.
All right. Well, we can wrap this one up. Make sure you guys follow us at sochoicepodcast on all forms of social media. We will be streaming more better on Twitch. So make sure you have your noties on. If you're not a basketball fan, this one was a bit basketball heavy. So apologies for that one. Yes, Colin, I believe you have a question.
I mean, it's kind of bad timing considering what you just said, but do you guys want to be a bit ahead of the curve for a change on news and make our NBA Finals just predictions based on how things have gone so far?
Pacers Thunder.
Nah, Thunder Knicks.
Timberwolves Knicks. If it's the Pacers, I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
Wow, they're fun to watch.
I can't have the Pacers winning. Just can't have them.
Honestly,
Why, are you an overrated guy?
Yes, and then also same division, and like I really look down on them.
Well, they're another small market team that don't get shit. So
I know,
They
and
gotta
they
take a chance.
have more shit than me, big market team, and it kills me.
Well, that's
Yeah.
ownership, man.
Yeah.
You guys don't know how to tank. You guys have been playing bound for like the last
Colin,
4 years.
your team is in like the 5th largest metro area in the country.
Thank you, Greg.
They should have so much money and be able to pay anybody they want.
Thank you, Greg.
Shout out Reinsdorf. Follow us, So Choice, notifications on, listen to this like 10 times, please. 5 stars everywhere. We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.
Choice.